Well, hello, everybody. Okay, we're playing a little bit today. I got some new stuff. Hopefully you're ready to play along. I have my ball. We're gonna need the wall, and then I have a medium to heavier weight today. If you've never worked out with me before, grab a lighter. If you've been with me for a while, grab a heavier. I'm assuming for those of you who've been working out with me before, you're finished the warm-up. Warm-up's done, you're ready to go. If not, let's do the Cor Maximus warm-up with the ball. I'll meet you back here. 6 exercises. I got my trusty stopwatch. I'll try to pay attention to it. 1 minute per exercises, 6 exercises. We're gonna work through this together. Our first one, move that weight out of the way for me. Our first one's gonna be at the wall. So you're gonna push the ball into the wall. You're gonna start both those feet towards me. As we push that ball into the wall, we're going to try to float our feet towards the opposite side. So actively pushing ball into the wall. We're gonna bend our knees a tiny little bit, up and float. Tiny pause, and we are, floating side to side, up and over. This isn't quick. This isn't a cardio piece. I want you to think of your bum going towards the ceiling, feet come off the ground, and we end up on the opposite side of that ball. You can hear me squeaking a little bit. This is about control, the core firing, the upper body firing to keep that ball nice and still, to keep us from doing a face plant into the ball. Heart rate, of course, is going to get up a little bit because we're adding the hop. If plyo is not for you, 1, 1, 1, and 1. So always options. Push that ball into the wall. Let's go one more. Big up and over. Fight for soft on the landing. Really good. Okay. Number 2, I'm going to pivot sideways for you. We're doing one side, and then we're going straight into the other. 1 foot on the floor. Shoelaces on the ball. You are going to go for a lunge. We're going to bend through that front leg. Ball is rolled back. Fingertips find the floor. You're going to straighten that front leg, chest towards thigh. Bend that front leg. Stand up tall. Balance, hold. Let's breathe. Here we go. Bend through that front leg. Ball rolls back. Chest is out. Hands find the floor through that bent leg. We straighten that front leg. Head towards thigh. You bend that front leg. We dig through the heel to stand up tall. And we breathe. Tons of balance. Lots happening here. Let's go again. Sit. Ball rolls back. Find the floor. Straighten out. Get that nice big stretch. And I say straighten. It's as straight as you can manage. I don't go fully straight for sure. Let's sit. We're breathing. Front leg is bending. Working through that lunge. Fingertips find the floor. We fight to straighten. The ball might roll in a little bit. Then we go back to that bend. Last one here. We stand up nice and tall. Really, really good on that. Okay, let's go again. If you need to, you can always be at the wall to help you with balance. Here's my wall. Same thing, other side. You might find this completely different. One side tends to be a little bit stronger, a little bit more balanced. Let's go. Enough of me talking. Sit. Ball will roll back. Bend through that front leg. Fingertips find the floor. We straighten. This hamstring's tighter than the other one. We bend. Push through heel. Stand up tall. Now this is our third exercise. You're doing fantastic. Sit. Leg strength. Core stability. Straighten. Let's work through that flexibility. Don't forget to breathe. Bend through that front leg. Dig through that heel. Strength and balance as we stand all the way back up. That lovely little ball is going to try and throw you off balance every time we sit. All right, we straighten. And now here, as I get my fingertips off the floor, dig through my heel, that ball is really trying to throw you off. Last one, let's go one more. Sit through that front leg. Hinge from hips, fingertips find the floor. Straighten through as far as you can handle. Bend through that front leg, and then we're going to stand up nice and tall. Okay, because I am who I am, we're adding cardio now. You're gonna grab that ball. We're gonna keep working through those hamstrings that we just did. Here we go, butt kicks. So, holding onto the ball in front of you, it gets heavy after a while, even though it's only filled with air. Okay, so heels towards your bum, loosening up those hamstrings, working through those hamstrings. If a hop is not an option, step, step, kick yourself in the rear end for me. Let's do this. Just because you're hopping for, or starting to hop, doesn't mean you have to hop through the whole thing. If you can hop for a bit and then slow it down, and then we come back to the hops. The whole point of cardio is getting your heart rate up, whatever that means to you. And if neither of those options work, do something else. Whatever you need to do to get your heart rate up. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's get that heart rate down. Grab your weight for me. Have a seat. We have 2 to go. You're killing it. Russian twist. Okay, 1 weight. Walk ourselves all the way out. I'll check my timer. Head and shoulders on the ball. Weight in line with our chest. You are going to roll that weight towards me. The ball's going to roll away. Shoulders are going to end up stacked. And then you're going to come back to the middle. Now, if you've never done this before, sometimes the technique's a little bit tricky off the start. I keep telling you to keep the ball still, and now all of a sudden you get to roll from side to side. Your hips are up, your legs are bent, your weight is in line with your chest the entire time, and we're fighting to not let momentum take over. I roll down slow and controlled. I pull that weight back up, slow and controlled. And on this exercise, for some reason, you may travel backwards. So every now and then, make sure head and shoulders are still on the ball and take that tiny little step back for me. So I roll down, shoulders stacked, side of my face is on the ball. I'm looking at you. This is it. Weight comes back up. I roll, shoulders stacked, side of face on the ball. I've got my back to you, and I come back to the middle. Don't go anywhere. Okay, here we go. Number 6. Head and shoulders resting on the ball. Glutes are firing, hamstrings are firing, core is firing. Grip nice and relaxed. Last one, you're gonna open up. Oh, I may have got too heavy on this, but I will keep going for you. All right, open, and then we're gonna close in. So you're passing the weight from hand to hand in line with your chest, not your face. As that weight goes down to the side, I'm fighting to keep my hips level. I'm fighting to keep my shoulders level. So not only am I working a single arm chest fly, I'm working all through my core, fighting to keep that ball as still as possible. Grip on my weight is relaxed. My wrists are neutral. I have a tiny little bend in my elbow. And shoulders are relaxed down away from my ears. Still fighting to keep those hips up. So if you've dropped a little bit, push those hips back towards my ceiling, get those glutes firing, get those quads working, front of the legs. Really fight. I'm starting to dip a little bit. Let's say 2 more here. 2. As that weight goes down, I fight to keep my hips nice and level. No rotation. Last one here. Down, and we pull back up to the middle, and we walk ourselves back up to sit. And super proud of you. 3 rounds. I know you got this, and then you deserve a really good stretch and a really good cool down, because as one of my girls say, stretching is very, very important. Have a wonderful day, everyone.